Yeah, no, I was not digging that. Not in the slightest, really. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another CDL match. This time it's a West quarterfinal matchup between University of Texas at Austin and Cal State Sacramento, otherwise known as Sac State. God, that's a great nickname. I love that. Hi, thanks for joining us here on Neo Dota. I'm Maut, bringing you the best of three action that we've got going on tonight. Earlier, we saw University of Toronto absolutely trounce University of Pennsylvania in a best of three series, 2 games to none. And today, we've got another best of three for you at 7 p.m. Eastern. And that's 4 p.m. PST for some of you, or for others, it's 1 a.m. CET, or wherever you might be. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon, evening, or whatever. We've got more Dota. 3 games, perhaps 2 games, definitely going to happen for sure. In the meantime, I'm going to do my best to stay not sick, relaxed, and hopefully you guys don't hear me cough up a lung in the middle of the cast because I am sick as all hell. But that's okay because that means I just have to work harder. Also, I haven't had food in forever, so that's fine. We're going to get into the pick band phase. It looks like, by the way, the Radiant side is University of Texas Austin. Sheepy Dota, I guess, is what they call their team. I have no idea what Sac State calls themselves. I don't know. I don't care. But all I know is they didn't like my music in the pregame, so they can suck it. Just kidding. But really, if you don't like my music, I'm sorry. In the meantime, we will get into our bands real quick. It's going to be the Bat Rider plus the Darkseer band out first. Not surprisingly, we saw LV on the side of University of Toronto play Bat Rider extraordinarily well in the previous games. I'm not gonna. I believe we might actually see a Sven pickup or a Magnus pickup here. Well, they might both get banned, but we'll have to see. So already, there's actually and there's people that really enjoy their UTA games for Texas. So a lot of Texas cheers in the audience today on the stream. So I like that enthusiasm. It's really great stuff. And we're going to get into the reserve time real quick. So that's great. Shout out to Fnatic Rolo and the entire Fnatic NA team. They played a best of three series between them and Fnatic EU. And unfortunately, they didn't do the best. But big shout out to Rolo, who's casted with me before. It's good stuff. 2 more bans and reserve time really being used here, and I don't know why. You shouldn't have to take that long with your second ban, in my opinion. I mean, there's a bunch of great choices you can use, and using your reserve time means that you have to spend time to, you don't have as much time to pick what you want to pick later on into the pick ban phase. But they will end up banning the Undying, unsurprisingly, because, well, he's Undying. He doesn't ever die. His true name is Dirge, but, yeah. Jesus Christ, it's like 2 people in chat, man. They're going crazy talking. All right, so the next ban will be the Templar Assassin. The first pickup for UTA is going to be Magnus. And this hero, see it a lot, but he's not going to have Sven on his team this time around. It's going to go to the side of Cal State Sacramento. So they'll have that pickup and then 1 more to go with it. And it's going to be Chikiro. So, I mean, since both of these heroes got through, I mean, they're going to be picked up regardless. And it did go for Magnus this time around on the side of UTA and, of course, Sven on the side of Cal State. So, with that being said, we have a very strong initiation against a very strong carry, but he does need to get to that late game. He's good in the mid-early game. He's good at ganking and stuff, but he does need a little bit of farm, obviously, to really get going. Of course, you always think about the Mask Madness or the Armlet, and then in combination with crit and things like that, I saw Shadow Blades and stuff on Sven. You could see BKBs, obviously, is the first big item that you usually want to go for. But there's a bunch of stuff you can do with it. Now, what do you do if you're on the side of the University of Texas Austin? You think, maybe, well, we've got a Magnus. How about we get a Chronosphere involved as well with the Faceless Void? But we'll have to see. Reserve time being used up here in UTA. Taking a lot of time here to think about what they're going to pick, and that's fine. But meanwhile, Shoe Bandit and his pickings, he's been pretty relaxed the entire time. He's comfortable. He knows what he's going to do. And he's like, well, whatever. Fuck it. I got what I want, so... Meanwhile, Stan taking a bit of time, 38 seconds left. He's going to go with Leshrac first. That's the first pickup. Will we see a Chaos Knight to follow it up? I'm not sure. 30 seconds left on the reserve time. They've got to do this quick. And it's going to be Luna. So Luna will be the hard carry against Sven, I believe, unless they're going to send Luna mid, which I highly doubt. And then Bounty Hunter for the offlaner on the side of Cal State Sacramento. So, what do we got here? probably Magnus in that off lane or mid. You tend to see both. I'm not really sure what will happen. Of course, with Leshrac, probably with Luna in a tri lane. I'm sure they'll have another support to pick up as well. Sven with Jakiro in a tri lane with Bounty Hunter in the off lane. They need a mid hero and another support though. So I would not be surprised to see some mid heroes being banned out in this next phase. Heroes like the Queen of Pain. Heroes like the give me a second. Oh, there's plenty of heroes you can ban out. That's mid. Enigma will be the first choice though for UTA. It'll be you don't want to have that Enigma go in there with that Stormhammer stun and then cleave on top of the black hole. It's just too much. It's just too much. Apparently, someone has a Shoe Bandit has a very large win percent rate with Chen. I'm being told that in chat currently, so we'll have to see if they decide to go with that. I unfortunately have not had time to really watch both of these teams. I've casted UTA before, and I think they beat GMU, which is Korok's team, in one of the first round matchups. I remember them being very strong and them both being very close games, but we'll have to see if UTA can really continue their hot hand right now. And on the side of Cal State Sacramento, I've not seen a single game yet, so we'll have to see. Rubik, the next ban for the side of Shoe Bandit and his team on Cal State Sacramento. 2 more bans to go for both teams, and then we'll get 2 more picks for both teams, and that's going to be it, and it'll be great, and it'll be awesome. And then we'll get in the game. I'm super excited about that. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're good. Hello, Arcane Fox. And 2 more bans. There we go. Invoker's the first one. Second one, we'll have to wait and see for that. But we have 1 more for the side of Cal State Sacramento. It's so difficult for me when you don't have tags. I only know Sheppy Dota's UTA because that one time I casted them, but Cal State Sacramento not having tags it's annoying, but it's doable, obviously. It's really annoying, so the Invoker is going to be banned out. Then the Vengeful Spirit next, that's going to be the next support. Of course, it's a really nice ban because you don't want to have that instant stun follow up by the Leshrac Split Earth, which is a targeted stun. It's very difficult. And we have 2 more bans to go. And so we're going to get into them real quick. So Invoker was banned out. Don't see a lot of Invoker play as of recently. Base damage nerf getting a little bit of, less playability because of that. He loses mid to a lot of heroes now because of that specific change. I'm seeing it a lot, though, and it will be Chen with the next ban here. So maybe they're stream cheating. Who knows? Maybe they know a little bit about Shoe Bandit. I don't know. If they're stream cheating, they're stream cheating chat, not my stream, because I wouldn't have... It's a pretty long delay, so you don't even have to worry about it. All right, 1 more ban from Shoe Bandit, and we'll get going here. What's it going to be? It's going to be the Venomancer ban. All right, so they still have room for a support and a mid-hero / off-laner. If they pick an off-laner, it'll probably be Windrunner. If they pick a mid-hero, I'm not quite sure what they would pick. Maybe they want to pick a mid-game carry, even though they have that Magnus. I don't think that would be the case. I'm just trying to think of mid. Like every time I try to think of mid heroes, I blank completely, and I can't think of any. A lot of them are banned out already, as you can see. So what will we see next? I doubt it'll be a Shadow Fiend. That wouldn't. I don't think that would happen. No. I don't know. We'll find in a second what they're going to pick up here, whether it's from mid or whether they have 2 picks, so it's not going to be that long of a time. In total, 28 seconds for the sign of UT, at least for this pick. And they're already wasting a lot of that precious reserve time that they've got left in that bag. But they need to think of something quick here. Otherwise, the next pickup is going to be even quicker. And it's going to be a Shadow Demon pickup. So something we see in combination will probably be Shadow Demon with Leshrac and, of course, the Luna. I also like this pickup because it's good for countering right-click heroes, especially heroes like Sven with that cleave. Once he gets the crit as well. So an excellent pickup there. Queen of Pain will be the mid-hero that... Oh, I'm surprised that didn't get banned out. So Queen of Pain will be the pickup for the side of Shoe Bandit and Cal State Sacramento. And 1 more pick each. And 16 seconds of reserve time. 0 seconds of reserve time being used at all for Cal State Sacramento. They're pretty confident with what they've got right now. Sven, Jakiro, Bounty Hunter, Queen of Pain. They've got a lot of damage. The supports, though, were missing just a little bit. Night Stalker will be that final pickup for the side of University of Texas Austin. So... that'll probably be sent mid, Magnus into the offlane, Leshrac, Luna, Shadow Demon into a tri-lane, and then of course 1 more pickup here for the side of Cal State Sacramento. I don't know what they're thinking about doing here. Against that Queen of Pain, though, Night Stalker against Queen of Pain is, I think, a pretty good matchup, honestly. That silence, of course, is very useful for ganking if you can get it. The nighttime, of course, void chasing as well. That silence, though, is going to be critical against the Queen of Pain, making sure she can't use any of her abilities, including, but not limited to, her blink. And then the Ogre Magi pickup will finally round this lineup out, which is what? Okay, that's cool. So, I know a support that we don't really see that often, but actually this might be good because of the Fire Blast pickup. And yeah, I mean, he's not going to be like right-clicking too much. Jakiro will be the one zoning in that tri-lane. Whether it's aggressive or not, we'll have to find out. And the entire side of UTA has actually picked their team right now. They're thinking about, on the side of Cal State Sacramento, who they want to pick up. So I got some time here real quick. And it looks like it will be the Queen of Pain. God, I can't make names that I can pronounce. All right, I'm just going to call you Quap now because I can't pronounce that name. Dash. I'm just going to call you Dash, 2 characters Dash. All right, here we go. In this game, this is the CDL West quarterfinals. This is between University of Texas Austin versus Cal State Sacramento. Speaking of Cal State Sacramento, we will have Foon on the Ogre Magi. Shoe Bandit will be on the Bounty Hunter. MC Ryu will be on the Sven. IP Man on the Jakiro. And finally, on the Queen of Pain will be Dash something Dash. I'm just going to call her Quap. Meanwhile, on the side of UTA, we're going to see CBX Shine on the Magnus. We're going to see Stan King on the Luna. Sheppy will be on the Night Stalker, or Sheepy. iDrow Games, you bastard, will be on the Shadow Demon. And finally, Garniff will be on the Leshrac. I don't know what that means, but that's okay. Going to see some... It looks like they're actually going to push these trees down here in mid, make it so that they can easily just pull into the lane using Magnus' skewer. They do skill the skewer first off, so as you can see, he will do that. He'll clear all of those trees, and this is going to be huge for whoever decides to go mid right now. Actually, might be CBX Shine. They're all 5 heading down bottom lane. They're not going to find Cal State out here. It looks like it will be an aggressive tri-lane, though, with MC Ryu, Foon, and, of course, the Jakiro IP Man. But against this tri-lane of probably Luna, I'd imagine, with Leshrac and Shadow Demon, I'm not sure who wins here. Shadow Demon's so good with that disruption. Of course, Soul Catcher can change things around so much. Use something and then the Lucent Beam to increase that damage. That's going to be a lot early on. Meanwhile, Ryu and Foon already down here. 5 heroes here for the side of Sheppy Dota, and they're going to ward out here real quick, making sure there's no counter wards, there's no wards here in the jungle at this particular pull spot here, or somewhere over here, or even over here sometimes. Regardless, they're going to make sure that doesn't happen. However, they might go do it now. Is there a ward up? There is. IP Man might want to venture in there, but he'd do it alone, and that would be scary. So we'll have to see what happens. We're going to see a rotation. Right now, Sheppy is going to head mid. It looks like that Magnus will head top. Or are they thinking about doing an aggressive tri-lane? Nope. It looks like Magnus will, in fact, head top. Night Stalker in that mid lane. So the aggressive tri-lane versus the regular tri-lane. We'll have to find out who's going to win this one. Shadow Demon will pick up a haste early on. He's also got sentries and the observers, so he can counter ward if necessary. He's going to throw a sentry down here pretty soon, I'd imagine. He doesn't want any sort of pull blockage happening, but that's not going to be the case. We'll have to see what happens. So, game just starting. Once again, I'm Maut. You can follow me at MautDota2 on Twitter. You can find it right up here. If you can't read it, it's pretty great stuff. You should go there. I'm trying to tweet a little bit more. It's fun, and I mean, I don't know. There's the pull block right there. That ward particularly going to be annoying for the side of UTA. So we'll have to see if they really figure that out or what have you. They're going to know that they can't... that's actually a good placement because they know that the creep camp is here, but the pull won't happen. So we'll have to see what happens afterwards. We see Foon. He's going for Fire Blast first, unsurprisingly, Stormhammer, and of course Ice Path. So if they want to go on initiation, they absolutely can. Actually got a little creep pull there, unfortunately. It's just one creep in, but that's actually going to make it easier for us. There we go. Ice Path hitting on Stan King, and there's the stun, and he's in some trouble right now. There's a Soul Catcher. Nice Soul Catcher. Actually might save his life, so Ryu taking a bit of damage as well. Leshrac is actually not in lane. He is actually pulling mid right now, so they do have to be careful when that is happening. You have to make sure that you let your Luna live, and he's going to not be drifting too far away. Actually, Ryu's taking a bit of damage right now. He's got a bunch of tangos and a healing salvo, so as long as he plays safe, he's okay. And first skill point was Lunar Blessing, so they couldn't go for a kill regardless. This pull not stacking. They do know that that's warded right now. Leshrac heading back to the bottom lane. Sheppy actually taking a bit of damage. Shadow Strike doing a lot of damage from the Queen of Pain in the mid lane, but of course that pull, he's got level 3 right now, the Queen of Pain, actually getting a little bit of experience as well. Meanwhile, IP Man is going to get caught out by Garniff. Garniff sees this, and Garniff's like, alright, maybe we want to go on this guy. He isn't pinging just yet. MC Ryu pretty low. There's a ping coming from yellow right now. Shadow Demon saying, hey, let's go around from the side. Maybe try to set something up. They absolutely can do so. They keep trying to pull. It's not really working, unfortunately. There's going to be the disruption. The split rift will land, doing a bit of damage to MC Ryu. There's going to be a Lucent Beam. That should be first blood. Yes. Garneth getting the kill there. Nice play by UTA to get that kill. They didn't have Foon, who was picking up the Invis Rune, so that was a bad play, realizing that Leshrac was going to rotate in, and they were playing 2 up against that tri-lane. I think they should have saw Garneth. I don't know why they were not backing off. It doesn't really matter, unfortunately. So first blood does go for the side of UTA. Garneth getting the kill. Meanwhile, top lane, Shoebandit doing pretty well for himself. 13 last hits right now against this Magnus, who's only got about 5. Of course, he's going to have a little bit of a difficult time. He can, however, use Shockwave to last hit and max that first. As you can see, it's got 2 points into it already. Bottom lane, we see another engagement right now. There's going to be a defensive disruption on Stan. He's going to go down. We're using some trouble. Split Earth being used. It's already up again, once again. If they can get it on IP Man, and Foon is going to use his Fire Blast. It's going to lash as well. Is there a Soul Catcher? Is not available. It doesn't look like Ryu is going to pop his War Cry as well. And now iDrive Games is in some trouble. Here comes a TP from Stan, so they'll have to back off. He can salve himself if need be. So 1 for 1 right now is the score, and getting the kill on carries is pretty good. So both carries going down pretty early. Last hitting, not a really big priority. As you can see, Luna's at 9 right now. The Sven at 6, so pretty even game so far. However, the first blood giving you just a little bit more gold, obviously. Foon very close to being dead right now. Soul Catcher is available, and even level 1, that's going to be a lot of bonus damage. You can see 20% is a pretty big deal, so good stuff there. And top lane, nothing going on here. I do want to keep my eyes here on this middle lane, of course, and Sheepy's been taking a lot of damage. He's going to use his Void just to harass a little bit, but that Shadow Strike's being very annoying against this Queen of Pain. However, is there a silence level yet for Sheepy? There is 1 silence level. He's only got 1 Hunter in the night. He'll probably get a second one soon. Meanwhile, nice Ice Path onto all 3 iDrive Games should go down. In fact, that has Fire Blast doing the job with Jakiro, doing the right-click damage and getting that kill. So already this aggressive tri-lane starting to a little bit pay dividends, just a little bit, just because they're getting the kills. Even though they lost that first blood, they do need to get more kills here on the side of SD, and they're not doing so. So UTA, they're trying to farm a little bit better. 13 last hits for the Luna, so the Sven's not getting too many last hits, but he's getting kills, he's getting assists. That's what he needs. He did go down once already, so he's got 2 assists, 7 last hits, not too much in terms of farm. IP Man and Foon were thinking about rotating maybe, but maybe not. Sheepy is not doing the best in terms of mid right now. Queen of Pain beating him by 5 last hits, and of course the Bounty Hunter is really having his way with this top lane right now, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Bottom lane, Shadow Demon is almost back here. There's going to be a Fire Blast rolling out onto Stan King. He's going to use his Tangos. There's going to be a Lucent Beam as well. IP Man needs to be careful. Nice Split Earth. That might be enough to catch him. There's going to be a disruption, and a Soul Catcher is going to not latch on the right person, unfortunately, and Mew is actually going to War Cry out. So 1 for 1 trade. Meanwhile, mid lane, Queen of Pain was able to dive with the tower. Well, not really dive, but had a DD Ruin and was able to get the kill. Sonic Wave just skilled, so it was only level 5 that really got that kill. So 2 for 3 right now is the score. Pretty fast-paced game already, which is enjoyable. I always enjoy a good few killings early on, so we'll have to see what happens the rest of the game. And Shoebandit may be looking to track up CBX Shine, who's going to back off momentarily. He's level 5 only. So once he gets level 6, though, I can imagine to see some rotations or some fighting occurring. That Magnus is so very strong in that regard with that reverse polarity. A great, 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 great ultimate. And Ryu's getting some room to farm right now just because the lane has been pushed back, as you can see. No counter ward just yet. I don't know if they're going to try to pull again. I don't think they should. They're going to actually throw up the sentry. They're not going to find it on this side. He's going to find it on that side, but it's almost out. It's a minute away from being out. They're actually pinging out Foon and IP Man, seeing that they're here. And they're going to use a Lucent Beam onto IP Man. Fire Blast animation was used but canceled, so Leshrac actually still here as well. Still trying to pull and stack and things of that nature, but it's not going to work. As you can see, is this ward's still here. In fact, yeah, well, it wasn't going to work anyways because the pull missed. As you can see, it's 5:58 and they're already back in their little camp. So Queen of Pain taking it in Inver's Rune and heading back to the mid lane right now. Null Talisman on her, not a lot else except for boots. Sheepy doesn't even have boots yet, and I think those will be out in just a second. He should buy them first, but he does buy them, and they will be up on him very soon. It is nighttime, and so it is his time to start roaming. And there's actually going to be a ward inside of tower range, unfortunately, so immediately taken down. A bad ward placement there from IP Man, unfortunately, just outside of tower range would have been really the spot for it. Queen of Pain roaming bottom with that Invis Rune, looking to maybe gank here. This could be tough, but at the same time, she won't get caught out. Garneth in a bad position. I don't know if he sees her or not. Fire Blast going to come in, and Garneth's in a bit of trouble. There's going to be a Fire Blast plus the Ice Path, and that's dead Leshrac right now. The kill will go for the Queen of Pain. And now Luna and the Shadow Demon are in some trouble right now. They'll have to back up towards that tower. Here's the Queen of Pain once more. Hasn't used the Sonic Wave just yet. No TB rotations just yet. Night Stalker's still going to farm that mid lane. And I think that's going to be the end of the aggression, at least for the moment. We have 4 heroes down here, one of which, actually 5 right now. So Shoe Bandit rotated down bottom. He's not visible just yet. Marking should be about here for the vision.
Dire's
on the tower,
top tower is under attack.
And I don't know if I see Shoe Bandit. There's going to be an observer ward, and Drow is actually in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down as well. So all 5 down here for the side of Cal State Sacramento. They'll pick up the kill there. And they're giving room for Magnus to farm right now, but they're not really concerned about it. This tier 1 is actually going to fall if they don't actually get the rotation. There's a blip available. Shoe Bandit and the rest looking for more ganks, looking for more dives, playing very aggressively, and this is what they need to do with this kind of lineup here. No mana on Funo. He's got enough mana for a Fire Blast, 1 Fire Blast, and that's it. This is going to provide them some extra gold, but the experience going to go to the side of Sheppy. He's actually not going to be able to last hit. Buying his gauntlets right now, and then he'll finish up the urn pretty soon. Not going to be able to gank as much. There's going to be a Soul Catcher, disruption into a Soul Catcher, I should say. Queen of Pain going to miss the Sonic Wave, unfortunately, but iDrow Games is in bad trouble. He, in fact, will go down. So 2-6 is the score, and they're playing 5-man hard right now, and there's nothing that they're really doing. Meanwhile, Sheppy's going to go. There's the silence. He's in a bit of trouble right now, but not enough damage. There's the Stormhammer flying out into the Night Stalker, and he might actually go down as well. The rotation's not coming splitter, missing just barely. Skewer coming in, reverse polarity available, but no mana, and Ryu looks like he'll go down. Nice kill there from the Magnus, so they're going to turn that around and secures the next target, and they want this kill. Void is available in 2 seconds. 1, there it is. It's going to Void, and that's going to be the kill right now, and Night Stalker going to look to turn onto Bounty Hunter, but they have no vision, no sentries, no dust, no anything like that, but they turn around, they get 2 kills. They lose the tower, however, but that's going to provide them a little bit more experience and gold that they need, because they are behind just a little bit. So good stuff. As you can see, the experience is starting to go the way a little bit, back to 0. Meanwhile, gold is going about 3,000 in favor of the Dire side. Of course, Sacramento getting that nice lead with that tower and the kills early on, but Stan King needs some room to farm. He's only got 23 last hits, so he's a little far behind. 34 for the Night Stalker. He got room once that Queen of Pain left lane, and Stan King is actually very gankable right now because of how low health he is. Ring of Basilius is the choice for Luna. I'm not sure what she'll go next. Probably those treads is pretty important. Helmet of the Dominator is also one of the quick choices we'd like to see. Sheepy needs to get some more last hits, doing a good job of it. There's going to be the disruption into the Soul Catcher. The Soul Catcher will latch. There's the silence. Get the stun. Will they chase this though? They have the Bounty Hunter here. Still silence right now, but he needs to be careful. There's the going to be the Scream of Pain. Now iDrow out of the game is in some trouble right now, and here comes IP Man. He wants to kill. He's going to get it. Shoe Bandit now on the other side, trying to get down that Leshrac. So much damage, and Garnev should be able to get out. No, the Queen of Pain getting the kill. Sheepy now in some trouble as well. Fire Blast coming in as well. They're playing as 5 with like every single buddy always there, always rotating in with TPs, and Sheepy now in some trouble. There's going to be a track up on him. He'll go down as well, and Queen of Pain somehow going to make it out of there alive, surprisingly enough. The only person that didn't rotate there was MC Ryu, who needed more room to farm. Meanwhile, bottom lane being pressured by Luna. A little bit of tower damage going there. They might trade tower for tower. Nope. There's going to be a ward here on this high ground, on this cliff, and they're going to head to the bottom lane right now. Stan, realizing he's in a bit of trouble, he'll back off. Took out his Basilius and made it a Tranquil boot, so he's got a Sage's Mask and a Circlet as well. So interesting there, he got the Tranquil so that he could just maybe stay in lane a little bit more. They're looking for the gank down here in the bottom lane. Stan has a TP. He can TP out when necessary. They have Observer wards. They've noticed everybody's walking through here, so good Observer ward placement. Wards will win you the game if you have the right positioning. Unfortunately, they've been sort of getting 5-man, out 5-man since pretty much 5 minutes into the game. So already in a little bit of a bad position is University of Texas Austin, but still pretty early into the game, 10:30 into the game. Luna, of course, with that hard carry ability. But Sven, with 21 last hits, is catching up to Luna a little bit, and has gotten a few more kills or assists anyway. But has died a few times as well. 2 deaths. Both about even in level at this point. He's got treads, though, however, so Queen of Pain actually going to get another kill, but here comes Sheepy down to the bottom lane, getting the kill on the Ogre Magi. Meanwhile, silence and onto the Queen of Pain. There's an Urn Charge as well. Void will happen, and that should be the end of it. Yes, Sheppy will get the last hit. Sand King now in some trouble. There's the Eclipse, and Shoe Bandit looks like he might go down. No, it's not enough. Meanwhile, there's going to the Stormhammer. Where's the reverse polarity? Only hitting 1, only hitting Ryu, and they're going to get the kill on Ryu. They want to go and Shoe Bandit. Do they have any vision? Do they have any sentries? The question. CDX Shine will go down to the Fire Blast. Buybacks happening left and right. Sheppy's in some trouble. There's the Fire Blast on him. He should be able to escape, though. He's pretty quick. They're not going to be able to get the kill. An Ultra Kill going to the side of Sheppy, and that's huge. He got the kill on the Bounty Hunter somehow. Did he use his Urn Charge on him? I wouldn't be surprised if he did. So, in the end there, a bunch of trades. 8 for 13 right now is the score. 2,000 experience going in the favor of the Dower. They actually won that fight. 4,000 in terms of gold. They won that fight. As you can see, the gold would be skewered just slightly in XP to the side of Sheppy if they had really won that fight, but they didn't. So golden experience going the side of the Dire. Of course, they did take out some key heroes. They took out the Sven. They took out the Bounty Hunter. They let Sheppy get farmed, and he got a lot of gold out of that. He's got his phase boots now, so good stuff there. Looking at the kills, deaths right now, Luna's died only twice. Savannah's died 3 times, I believe. But 5 deaths for the Shadow Demon. He's so squishy. He's level 3 right now. You look at everybody else. Oh my goodness. The level's not going the way that he would like. He needs to get some sort of experience somehow. But he's just so damn squishy. He needs bracers too, and it's just tough. This could get out of hand if they keep feeding that Shadow Demon. He's sort of got to sit in the back. DD Runa up on the Queen of Pain. That's scary. We might actually see CBX Shine looking for the rune, looking to go ahead top. We don't know if we see Queen of Pain. I don't know if they saw them heading to this lane, and Stan is in some trouble right now on the backside. And there's going to be maybe a Sonic Wave not available. Actually, Stormhammer and the Scream of Pain going to get the kill there. So easy kill on the side of Queen of Pain. And that's going to deny Luna more farm. So 8-14 at 12:35. Pretty crazy game already. Not complaining, but clearly a nice advantage for Cal State Sacramento. They've got Sven, who can get farm later on to the game, but Luna needs to get some farm as well, and it's just not happening. So we'll have to see what happens. Shapey, though, is in some pretty good position. He's 5-2-1 right now. Leading the net worth chart is going to be the Bounty Hunter, though, with those kills. Queen of Pain not too far behind, and Sheepy, of course, a close third. Nice ice path onto him, and actually they're going to maybe try to go on him, and Sheepy taking a lot of damage, but he's pretty tanky, and he could maybe, he'll get out of here. If they can get some help, he can maybe turn on this. In fact, it looks like he will do so. Up on the high ground is Shoe Bandit, though. He wants to get that kill. There's a track up on Sheepy from Shoe Bandit right now. Eclipse is not available. Looks like that Leshrac will miss that stun, unfortunately, just barely. But Sheppy's actually pretty low health. He'll earn charge himself. Of course, he's got his bottle as well. He's still tracked up, so doesn't really want to try to initiate anything. Of course, track getting that vision. That's very important to have, trying to set up team fights as well. Ryu on that Sven, still farming away right now. At last hits right now. And meanwhile, mid actually seems pretty good engagement. There's an Aquafire. She's in some trouble. There's a multicast as well. Reverse polarity onto 2. Will they get more kills here? They want more kills. Once the kill on Shoe Bandit, he's still low. He's going to Shadow Walk away. There's going to be eating damage as well. This Skewer should get the kill on Boom. He's pretty tanky. Shoe Bandit wants to turn this around. Meanwhile, there's going to be the Eclipse getting the kill. IP Man now in some trouble. And there's going to be the Lucent Beam. They want to keep chasing. TP rotation coming in, though, from the side of the Queen of Pain, so they do need to back off there. So 2-for-1 trade, losing Sheepy, but Sonic Wave flying out. Pretty low with CBX Shine. He's not going to be able to get out of there. Ice Path just barely missing. Nice Leshrac stun there. Nice Split Earth. Will it be able to get the kill? As there's not enough damage there. There's not enough for a Lucent Beam. He wants the Lucent Beam. Going to get it on the hero, but not the Queen of Pain, who is so low. 11-16. This game has been a marathon of kills, and just barely surviving is CBX Shine, who will head back to base. 79 seconds left on that cooldown, and I Love Games still level 3, man. He is having a tough freaking time here. Or I Drow Games, excuse me. And, I mean, on the Shadow Demon, he's just so squishy. He's only level 3. He's so far behind in terms of levels. Level 7 is the next closest person to him. And he can't get any room to get experience, and he desperately needs it. And he keeps going down early and often in these team fights. They keep focusing him because they say, hey, this guy's squishy as all hell. Let's kill him, and they do so. So he has to stay back like he's doing now, leech some experience, get enough money for a bracer, and then he might be okay. And 2 bracers is probably what he wants, though. Right now, though, looking at the farm, 38 last hits for the Sen, 37 for the Luna right now, and she's actually got a lot of money on him. And MC Ryu going for that BKB quickly, has the Ogre Club. That's about it. That'll be a late Ogre Club, a late BKB, but that's fine. Of course, got to keep in mind, reverse polarity does go through BKB. However, what's important is that damage afterwards. They've been using the Luna team fight, though, pretty effectively to turn fights around, things like that. And it's still on cooldown for another 65 seconds. If they can get some more farm for her, get some more levels, that cooldown will be a little bit less, I believe. Yeah, as you can see, it goes down to about 150 at its second level. Meanwhile, another dive happening here. They want to go on to Garnet, and I know I draw games right now. He's in some trouble. He needs to soul catcher himself, or disruption on himself, I should say. He's going to die regardless. And there's a stun. Bounty Hunter with a double kill. They're just diving like crazy. They're playing 5-man. They know that they need to get farm on the heroes for Sheppy. It's just not happening. I mean, they're just pressuring so hard. Here goes the first tower, actually second tower of game, excuse me. It's going to be tier 1 mid. Sven getting that kill. That's a big deal. TP's coming out to the top lane right now. CBX Shine should be able to get out just fine. There was going to be no mini stun from Bounty Hunter in time. Looks like he's going to go for Vlad's pretty early on. An item that we see commonly used on Bounty Hunters. Usually you don't see it too often first. I like to get other items first, but if he wants to go for Vlad's first, that's his choice. He's got drums already, so he's pretty fed in terms of items. You look at 60 minutes of the game. Experience is pretty close to even right now. 2,000, but dipping down slowly, of course. iDraw Games probably responsible for that. Gold, however, about 7,500 in favor of Cal State Sacramento. They're playing exceptionally well. They're playing 5-man Dota. Looks like Agnum Scepter will be the choice of Queen of Pain, so BKBs will need to be had for all of these heroes, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. And this guy, he's 7 deaths right now at 16 minutes of the game. He's having a very tough time, and I can understand if he's frustrated right now. I certainly would be if I was in his position. And Stan King right
Radiant's
now
top
on the
tower
Luna,
is
still
under
trying to get
attack.
farmed, 1,700 gold. Sitting around an Iron Branch for whatever reason. Top lane looks to be the next target here for the side of MC Ryu and his team. They might want to go in and try to take this tier 1 tower. They shouldn't have too much of a difficult time to do so. So, CBX Shine going back out just barely, missing a Scream of Pain, and that would have been a lot of damage there. He's
Dire's
empowering
middle
himself
tower
up.
is under attack.
What's interesting to me is that usually you see an Empower going on a melee carry. Unfortunately, they don't have a melee carry with them. They've got Glaives, which doesn't really stack up with the Empower, obviously. So backing off is going to be the University of Texas Austin team. They're going to TP to the bottom lane right now. And Sheppy try to get some more farm mid, and will do so. Sitting at 1,400 gold right now. I want to see what his next item is. Maybe an item stuff to give that vision. Maybe give him a little bit more tankiness, buying a Vanguard, something like that. Vanguard's not uncommon to see. I personally don't like the item, but on a Night Stalker, it's understandable to get. Not a bad item, so stand in a bit of trouble there. There's going to be a nice bait into reverse polarity, catching two. However, Sonic Wave will obliterate the Luna, so no chance at team fighting there. Hyperman's still pretty low. They're all pretty low right now, but there's no follow-up here. They want to get the kill on the Twin Pin. They will do so. There's a Soul Catcher disruption onto Phone, who's in some trouble. There's a Fire Blast. Darn it. Looks like he might go down. In fact, it looks like he will do so. Sheppy going to try to chase. He will get another kill there. Queen of Pain buying back right now, so 3 for 2 trade. Hydro Games is in some trouble right now. Shoe Bandit trying to get the kill. Hydro Games looks like he will go down. Scream of Pain getting that one, and Sheppy will go down. That's going to be an entire team wipe. And a 5-5 fight, it just didn't work. And they didn't even have Sven, he was bottom. So 4 versus 5, they won the team fight just because they really focused Luna down so quickly that Eclipse wasn't able to get popped off. If that Eclipse goes, that team fight has a drastically different outcome, I think. Fortification will pop up here, but at this point, 13 to 23, they're on a snowball right now, despite the fact that Sven got literally none of those kills. He's got a full BKB coming his way as soon as that recipe is finished up, and once that's done, that's going to be scary. I mean, you can't really fight him like that. Luna's really providing a significant amount of your damage. Sheppy is not. He's providing it a lot with Void, Urn Charges, things like that, but not in other ways. He's got the Phase Boost, which gives him a little bit more damage, but other than that, he's really not doing much in terms of damage. Interesting. I'm saying something I can't read. I think he's pinging something. There's something on the ground or whatever. Slippers of Agility. Interesting. And right now, so Sheppy Dota is in some trouble. They're against a Bounty Hunter who has track gold and can get them some pretty good gold. Shadow Demon's level 5. He's died 8 times right now. The Leshrek's level 7. The heroes are actually pretty high in terms of the ones that they need, the carries that need the most levels. Unfortunately, after that, net worth is skyrocketing for the Bounty Hunter, the Queen of Pain. Sven's slowly getting there. Somehow the hero actually has more. He does have his mech already, so that's a pretty important item to think about. Shoe Bandit, of course, going for what looks to be either a Desolator or a BKB, I'm not sure. Stan King going to get initiated on. There's the track. There's going to be some damage. There's a Lucent Beam, and so Shoe Bandit can't kill Stan King just yet, but soon, if he gets enough damage, he will be able to do so. And CBX Shine trying to farm up. He's looking for Blink Dagger. He's about 50 gold away. That's a pretty important item for him. If there's any way they can get back into this game, it's getting some big reverse polarities and some big damage, from a lot of these heroes. But that's not going to happen when you get that BKB up on a few heroes, especially the Sven, who will be so very strong. He's pretty close. He's about 300 gold away from finishing that BKB. That's a big deal. It's a lot of damage. Not damage. It's a lot of survivability. Obviously, get initiated on with Eclipse, of course, Howard reverse polarity, one of those things that you can get initiated on. I also believe Skewer does go through magic. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe not. Looks like it will be a Desolator for the Bounty Hunter. Blink Dagger is finished for the Magnus right now, so he'll have that to initiate with. Pretty important item, of course. And right now, I think just Cal State Sacremento is playing a little bit better. Positioning-wise, of course, they decided to go for a 5-man pretty early, and they're doing pretty well with it. Agadim set them up on the Queen of Pain. Nice choice there. And they're looking to initiate down here in the mid lane. Shoe Bandit, of course, doing pretty well for himself. They're actually going to initiate. There's going to be a Soul Catcher, and meanwhile, they're going to fly. And Sonic Wave hitting on the Leshrak. Leshrak will fly down immediately. There's the reverse polarity. Nice counter initiation. There's the Eclipse as well. Going to hit on 1, hit on 2, maybe on 3, but the creep's tanking up a lot of the damage. IP Man Going to get a skewer. Nope. Foon going to stop that, and Foon taking a bit of damage. There's the mech as well. We're going to get 3-for-1 trade there, so nice and counter initiation. Sheppy wants to keep going. Ran right into the ice path at the last moment. He's going to dive for this. Vivax may be available. No, doesn't look like it. IP Man taking a bit of damage. There's going to be a nice little shockwave damage to silence as well. IP Man still trying to get out of there. He's trying to maybe ship. He's taking so much damage from the tower. It doesn't matter though. He's going to get the kill with Void, and they'll back right out. Here comes MC Ryu with Warcry. He's the only one alive with his BKB, but that's it. That's the end of the aggression, and that's some big items and some big fights that needed to be used. Magnus, of course, with that reverse polarity, and they can maybe think about taking this tier 1. There is a glyph. I don't think they'll use it, though. Actually, they will. Just to delay this for as long as possible. Sven and, of course, the Ogre Magi are available. And that gave them a bit of experience. That's what they needed, really. Gold, not so much. They were down 12,000, actually, before that fight, but unfortunately, they're only at about 10,000 down now. They need like 3 or 4 more of those team fights to really get back into it. You see the item difference is just so large. If that's a 5-on-5 team fight for the side of Cal State Sacremento, they're probably going to win that fight every time. But the Magnus reverse polarity was a good counter initiation there. Despite, really the ult from Queen of Pain only went on one hero. They got the kill on that one hero, but iDraw Games, they got some nice experience from that. He got a little bit of gold as well, so he's a little bit more tanky. He needs to get that bracer up, but he doesn't have it. He's got 3 GG branches, but also help his tank ability. But once he gets to that bracer, that's a big deal. Getting that extra strength, of course. Mithril Hammer flying out right now. It's going to be finished. It's going to go to Sheppy. That'll probably be a BKB, I imagine. Up here in the... actually looking for an initiation right now. Sentry Ward should have caught out Shoe Bandit, who's looking really close to his Desolator at this point. Stan King going for that BKB, like I just mentioned, and meanwhile Shoe Bandit's actually going to initiate on iDraw Games. He's going to disrupt himself, and iDraw Games now in a bit of trouble right now, though. There's going to be the Demonic Purge as well. Shoe Bandit going to try to survive. There's going to be the Sonic Wave. It's going to hit on a bunch of reverse polarity coming out as well, but Luna's dead. And SPX Shine doing as much as he can, but that's a 3-for-0 trade right there. And that's exactly what I was talking about. You have all 5 heroes there. Of course, with that Aghanim Scepter, that's such a short cooldown, only a minute long. Actually, it's like maybe 70 seconds at this level, so they'll be able to take the tier 2 tower right now, and MC Ryu with God's Strength doing a ton with that BKB as well. And despite the fact that the reverse polarity was used, it just wasn't enough. Magnus not doing nearly enough damage there, so this will be fortified, but the tier 2 should be going down here, even if they try to defend this. As you can see, Magnus not available for another 22 seconds. CP coming out from the Queen of Pain, defending this bottom tier 1 tower, will be able to do so. Maybe even push it out just a little bit, so that tower will in fact go down. And they're going to back off, maybe look for something like Roshan, or maybe a little bit more farm. At this point, they're really far ahead, though, in terms of, oh, that's DD damage. Shoe Bandit's in some trouble. There's going to be a stun on the Sheepy. He used his BKB, but now he's probably dead at this point. Actually, coming in as the rest of the team, there's going to be a Soul Pincher Disruption, of course, on Shoe Bandit. Actually, there's going to be the Lunar Eclipse as well. Ryu not taking any of that damage because of his BKB. Going to try to right-click, and here comes Luna doing more damage. Lucent Beam available. Maybe going for a mini stun. There's the Macropyre as well. Going to miss just a little bit to do some damage. Stan King, nice juke there from MC Ryu. There's going to be the skewer as well. Sonic Wave going in, doing a ton of damage, getting the kill on Stan King. And there's going to get the long-range Shockwave kill on that Jakiro. Meanwhile, Queen Pain getting another kill on that Leshrac. So 3-for-3 trade. And Sonic Wave just seems like it's available all the time. Almost level 16, and it's going to be available even quicker now. BKB was available for the Night Stalker, who initiated onto that, but a little bit of a quick initiation. They didn't have his team there. They're down by 10 kills right now, so they're a little far behind, obviously. Gold, yeah, same it's been for essentially the past 10 minutes, so... MC Ryu and Co. looking pretty good. He's only died 3 times right now. He's got 8 assists. Pretty close to another item, whatever he wants to make. If he wants to make a Chrysalis, he can honestly get that pretty soon. It might be a Mask of Madness, though we'll have to see. I'm not really sure. Queen of Pain heading into the top lane, looking for more farm. Doesn't have too much mana. As you can see, Sonic Wave not available because of that mana issue. It's also not available because it's down for another 15 seconds. Leshrac and Shadow Demon not having the best times. Really, they get killed alive, unfortunately. And the track gold makes it so that trading heroes is not what you want to do, as you can see. The track gold is just so very strong, and when you trade heroes, that's a big deal. And the reason that the team fights are going on the side of Cal State Sacremento is just because they've got so much supports, you know, with so many decent items. Of course, the Queen of Pain, not really considered a support, but with that Sonic Wave, with the Aghanim Scepter, pretty nice. Of course, they mech up on that Jakiro already. What are you going, Mr. Ogre Magi? It doesn't look like you're doing much. You've got Arcane Boots, but that's probably more than the Shadow Demon has, I'd have to say. So, already they're looking pretty strong. Chevy's in a pretty bad position. There's a nice little observer ward here. Shoe Bandit looking for the kill. Has a Desolator coming soon. Actually can buy up the the recipe right now if he wanted to. He's not going to do so, but Shippy will back out. There will be a TP rotation. Looks like they're actually going to BKB will pop from Shippy. He's going to look to turn this around on IP Man. More TP rotations coming in from all the sides of UTA. There's going to be a skewer on Defoon. He's going to hit one. There's going to be a Fire Blast will stun him for the moment, the time being. And there's a Sentry on Shoot Bandit. There's going to be a disruption. Will be at range in. There's the Soul Catcher. They have Dust is the question. And doesn't matter. He's going to go down regardless. So nice Demonic Purge. A nice turnaround from Stan King and his team getting that kill. So good turnaround there. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain going for Dagon, interestingly enough. So a little bit of a, almost like a BM item, honestly, is Dagon. Something that I've seen on Queen of Pain more and more nowadays. Look how many Sentry Wards are being used here for the side of Sheppy Dota. Just Sentry Wards all over the place. Literally, pretty much all over the map. So they don't want to get initiated on by Smoke Gank. And a bunch of Observer Wards here for the Dire side. There's one up here for the Radiant, of course. But that's not going to provide them too much vision. Especially, you look at, there's Sentry Wards all over the place too. There's 2 Sentry Wards in the same location. Here and here. And this will provide vision on this one so they can counter ward it if they want to. Bottom lane is the choice, though, for the side of Stan and Shippy Dota. They want to take this. There's the fortification. Rotation's coming in right now. There's 4 here, 5 here right now. Icebot's going to try to initiate. There's a Sonic Boom doing some damage, not nearly enough. Shippy's going to BKB. Queen of Pain is in trouble. There's the long-range Stormhammer. BKB was used by MC Ryu. There's going to be the reverse polarity used on 2. And Foon looks like he might go down. No, the first casualty was Leshrac. There goes the second one, which is Magnus, and Stan King going to go down as well. That's just too much. The mech, I mean, you weren't even able to get the kill on Foon, even though you used reverse polarity. God Strength to use Mask of Madness was the choice for Sven, and that's just too much. They're going to take a tier 2 because of this, I think, or at least be close to. So, man, they're looking pretty strong. So, I think game 1 is in the hands of Cal State Sacramento. It's theirs to lose, essentially. As you can see, Queen of Pain pushing this lane by herself right now, waiting for the rest of the team to get there. Should be able to take it. They won't have a Luna or a Magnus to defend this tower. And then there's only one tier 2 available left on the map. And then that will be easy pickings for them. And, of course, they have Roshan available when they want it. And look at the gold. I'm sure it's getting out of control right now. It's dipping even below 12,000 at this point, maybe even 13,000. So. And Sonic Whip being used for creeps, because why not? It's on a 40-second cooldown. Who cares? She doesn't have a whole lot of mana like that.
Radiant's bottom tower
and
has
Ultimate
fallen.
Orb purchased up for her. What else do we got going on here? Ryu, nothing. Desolator, finish up the Bounty Hunter. That's about it. So, of course, only this tier 2 is available. Sheppy is trying to get some farm. Looks like he will be going for what seems to be an Aghanim Scepter. Get that extra vision in nighttime. He's trying to get. He's actually pretty farm. He's level 17 already, so not bad for him. He's been doing pretty well for himself. And Roshan, the next choice for the side of Cal State Sacramento. Very quick Roshan. Will be going on to MC Ryu, I'm sure. Bounty Hunter. Nope. And we'll pick it up. He's got that Mask of Madness, and he'll probably purchase up a Chrysalis in pretty short order. He's got enough money for it, I believe. It's 2150 or something like that. Yep. He will put up. He's actually going to go for Hyperstone, so interesting. He will go for the Hyperstone with the Mask of Madness, so it looks like it either might be Assault Cuirass or maybe just get a casual Hyperstone and then build towards something else in a moment. We'll have to see. Maybe a Mjolnir, maybe a Maelstrom. Not really sure. Green says, hey, let's push top right now. Of course, Sven trying to lead that way. Observer Ward going to get counter-warded here from Garnef. So, actually it was just a Sentry, I believe. Top lane, though, is the choice for MC Ryu. He's going to be able to farm just a little bit more. He's got only 106 last hits right now, but he's level 15, so that's going to increase significantly in just about a second. As you can see, he's just pounding away at these creeps. He's with this cleave, with the Mask of Madness, with the Hyperstone. It's pretty easy for him to last hit right now. They'll just obliterate creep waves within seconds. Down to the bottom lane, alone, we see Shoe Bandit here. Actually might be able to get a kill on Garnef. Yep, Garnef takes a lot of damage from that Desolator. And Shoe Bandit just going to combo everything together and finish him off and then immediately counter ward. So that's more gold for him. I think he got... Did he use Trek? I'm not sure. I didn't see if he did or not. Regardless. Once again, thanks for joining us here on Neo Dota. This is the CDL West quarterfinals between UTA, University of Texas at Austin, and Cal State Sacramento. It's the best of 3 series. Right now is 0-0 in terms of who's leading the series, but looks like commanding lead is going to favor the Bounty Hunter and his team. Of course, Cal State Sacramento looking for another kill. Sheppy, pretty tanky. He's got BKB. He can get out if he needs to. I don't think there are initiated on this. I mean, I don't think he can solo kill him. There's going to be track just to get vision. So, nice shove there. Looks like MC Ryu will head down to this top lane, and they're going to look to take this tower. And this could be one of the last stands here for the side of CBX Shine and his team, UTA. Of course, mid lane is being pressured. Hood Defiance up for that. Shakiri's actually going to rotate right now, and they know that he's coming through. They're not going to ping it out there. Looks like this would be the choice. They want to go and try to force this tier 3. There's a Void coming in with Sheppy. Going to be tracks on CDX Shine. There's going to be a Dust being popped. Skewer going to miss. There's going to be a Soul Catcher Disruption as well. Excuse me, just Disruption. First Polarity not going on anybody. There it goes. Only doing some damage onto the Quinpain, who will go down immediately. But Ryu's taking a lot of damage, actually. Sheppy's doing a lot of damage to him. The Mask of Madness, of course, makes you take extra damage. He's going to go down. Quinpain will buy back, though. Aegis is up as well. So they lose 0 on the side of the Radiant, but now they're really low. And that Aegis does pop, and that Quinpain does buy back. It should be there in just a moment. There's going to be Disruption, of course. The multicast doing a ton of damage for Sand King. He's barely surviving. From Hammer onto Hydra Games. He might be the first casualty in this entire team fight in terms of actual deaths going here. Garnev now in a bad position. He's going to get Ice Path up to Dagon coming in from Quinpain. There's 2 down right now, and they're diving hard. They want the kills. They're getting the kills just fine, and the tower will be the next choice, and they'll be able to take it, I think, and maybe even a tier 3 in the racks at this point in time. They're playing so strong. There's really nothing they can do to really push them back at this point. Lunar Eclipse is gone. Reverse Polarity is gone, so there's not much they can do to try to stop this. Shockwave, of course, is good as deterrence. Sheppy's going to try to go in as well. Thinking about diving this. Jakira's being very brave. Ice Path going to fly out. Nope. Yeah, Will is going to make a barrier. Both teams, they have to try to cross through. Fire Blast going to hit. Should be doing some damage as well. And this should be the tower, and it looks like it will be, and the Rax even as well. So this is getting very close to GG at this point, and very well played, I think, by Cal State Sacremento. Not to say that Shreveport didn't play bad. Meanwhile, BKBs are popping with Sonic Wave, not doing really any damage because it only went on Sheppy, who has BKB, and immediately that's so much damage from Sven, who has that Hypersonic. He's got 3,100 gold in the bank as well. They're going to take down the range racks, and they're going to continue fighting. They're too far ahead, honestly. They're going to actually rotate mid. It looks like push out that lane and then look for another engagement, I'm sure. So already, I mean, Rax is down 33 minutes in the game, and Cal State Sacramento looking pretty good, and MC Ryu will buy up the rest of the Assault Cuirass. That'll fly to him in just a moment. Actually, he'll probably TP out to get it. No, he's going to go from a jungle real quick or something, looking for Rune, perhaps, which is in the bottom lane, I'm sure, and it's Illusion, so he's not going to find that. He's actually just heading to the jungle to farm more. So that's that. And I don't know if there's a lot you can do if you're on the side of UTA. You can't, I mean, you can't tap out. You can't show weakness for that second game. But this first game is, I don't think, winnable for them at this point in time. Sven 2 farmed at this point. His AC is done. He'll finish up whatever he wants in pretty short order as well. They're going to stack up the Ancients just to make sure that he can get enough farm. 4 staff on the Ogre Magi. Looking at the items real quick, I mean, yeah, on the side of the Radiant, there's still regular boots on Leshrac. He's only level 10. You see there's not a whole lot on to Shadow Demon as well. Only Blink Dagger from Magnus right now. The Aghanim Scepter did finish up for Sheepy, but that's about it. BKB on the Luna, and that's it as well. So, and she's pretty far behind in terms of levels as well, as you can see. There's like a bunch of supports ahead of her on the side. I mean, Jakiro's ahead of her. I mean, everybody's pretty much ahead of her on the side of Cal State Sacramento, with the exception of Foon, who's only level 12. So, net worth chart, yeah, I mean, they're eclipsing pretty high at this point. So, they're actually might find a kill here on Shoe Bandit. He's going to use BKB, but the Demonic Purge does go through that, as you can see, and there's going to be a smoke, or excuse me, dust. They're going to skewer him into the impending creep wave, and he's going to try to get out. That dust will fly off in a second. It doesn't matter. Stan King going to get the kill regardless with the Lucent Beam. So, good pickup there, but a little bit too late for that kill, unfortunately. They do get it to the Luna, so that will give them some extra gold, and Sheepy's trying to get some more room to farm, but this is not the hero you want to have go against Fen. I mean, Sheepy's good and he does some damage here on that Night Stalker, but, I mean, with an Aghanim Scepter, it's not really providing you too much damage. It's providing you vision in the nighttime, first and foremost. Secondly, nighttime is not for another few minutes anyway, so let's keep that in mind. Ryu, farming these creep waves, is doing a pretty good job of it right now. Immediately gets him about 1,200 in gold. So, yeah, surprisingly that he has no Daedalus yet, but he'll pick one up in just a moment. I'm sure of it. Well, not a moment, but whenever he can farm it, essentially. That AC, though, going to give him that increased attack speed, giving him as well as the extra armor, as well as the armor reduction. Always nice to have. So he'll be really tanky, very tough to kill. And heroes like Night Stalker, who's already got some high base armor as it is, he's going to be harder, or easier to kill, I should say. Level 19 for him, by the way. He's actually, his net worth isn't too far behind that of Sven. Quinpain actually leading the way pretty well, though, with 14k in terms of net worth with that ultimate orb. Going to use the Sonic Wave just to get more creep kills easily. And pretty close to a set device. Just use the Mystic Staff, and then of course the Void Stone should actually buy it up right now. In fact, we'll do so, I imagine. Going to make room by putting that TP scroll down. Actually, just going to buy it up and immediately. So there you go. Set device finished for Quinpain. Mana regen not really there right now. Still has that bottle, but it's not filled, so she can't really refill it and, you know, get more mana. TP coming in from the Night Stalker, realizing he doesn't want to be here. He'll head back to the base. Lane trying to get pushed out here from Stan King, and Helm of the Diamond are finished up a little too late, though. Ancient stacking needs to begin immediately for this to really be effective. So, and arrows being drawn from everywhere on the team, on both sides here. Web of Insight is finished up for the Jakiro. They're going to head and maybe look for a kill down here in the bottom jungle. And they can honestly just finish whenever. I don't know if Roche is up, and he's not up for like 3 seconds essentially, or 3 minutes, excuse me. But there's a smoke gang coming in from the side of the Dire. Cal State looking for a few kills, and they were probably going to find some. Sintar Khan going to try to spot this out with Stan King. There's an ice path. Stan King will get next up, and there's the Sonic Wave. They want this kill. Nice disruption. It's not going to matter, though. Stan King will die for sure here. It's going to take some time to make sure that they don't continue chasing whoever it might be that they want to go after, including iDraw Games, but they might as well just dive at this point. We've got so many items and so many, well, maybe not, but regardless, they're going to push the lane back out, then push to the tier 3 tower, and maybe for a kill. Once again, Roshan not available for another 2 minutes this time around. That's important. Disruption onto the Bounty Hunter. He'll be alright, though. He's got Soul Catcher as well, but he'll be alright. Track coming up on him, onto iDraw Games. And tier 3, the next choice. Stan King not available for another 20 seconds, and he's not anywhere near buyback, so if they want to try to pressure him, I think the time is now right now. They absolutely can do so. I don't think they want to fight into that reverse polarity, though. I don't think anybody wants to fight into that. Of course, even a BKB will not save you from reverse polarity. And Stan King will be alive, so this might be an even 5-on-5 team fight if they decide to go for it. Chippy will actually get sheeped up, but he'll be okay. Dropping Nighttime, iDraw Games taking a lot of damage. Nice reverse polarity, gonna hit 3. A lot of damage though, the skewer as well. Not getting any kills just yet. There's the first one going down. Actually 2 dead, 3 dead now on this side of the Radiant. They're still looking to chase right now. So despite the fact that the reverse polarity did go down, it just wasn't enough damage. They didn't have enough follow-up either, so that's going to be the tier 3 tower. I believe they're going to get the mech up here in just about 30 seconds. So of course, everybody gets healed up, of course, with the Earn Charge over time. And once that's done, they'll take the tier 3, they'll take the racks, and it should be GG at this point. There's not much you can do. So it looks like it will be game over for game 1. But of course there is a game 2, and they're not out of it just yet. And we will be going there in just a moment, so stick around, guys. We'll be back with game number 2. I appreciate you watching. Follow NeoDota on this channel. Follow the Twitter, twitter.com/NeoDota2, youtube.com/NeoDota2, and of course, check out our new website at neodota.com. It's fun, check it out, it's cool stuff, and we'll be right back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.